Welcome back to another episode of Develop, Integrate, and Sustain TV. Keeping it simple. My name is Jeff.L.Lush, and today we're going to talk about thin computing and patch management. So how is it that you manage patches, security patches, for example, operating system patches, in a thin computing environment? Now, all environments are a little bit different. This is a general technology statement, but most of the vendors operate exactly like this, and this is pretty exciting. So if you're standing up right now, have a seat. I think you're going to really enjoy what we're talking about here. So thin computing environment is wonderful. We're not going to talk about the wonderful advantages to a thin computing environment as far as data and user settings are concerned. Let's just focus today's discussion on the data center and how all of these images are managed. Your environment can almost be guaranteed when in a thin computing environment to reduce the number of images by 75% at minimum. So that means that if you are running an environment today that has 100 unique images, you can whittle that image uniqueness down to 25 unique images. So just think about the cost savings that you will have by only patching and maintaining 25 gold images. So now you may say to yourself, that's great, but in a wide area network environment where I have a geographically dispersed environment, a LAN here, separated by a wide area network, how do I update? Let's say this is California and this is New York. How do I update all of these gold images? Because I have these 25 unique gold images for my entire corporation, and it's spread out through multiple states, and I may have California with 500 users, and New York with 1,000 users, and Illinois with 500 users. Whatever the count is, it doesn't matter. If you're using the same gold images or similar gold images, 25, 100, whatever that number is, you can patch one set of those gold images and distribute that patch out to all of your images, impacting all of your workstations all at once. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I just got goosebumps thinking about that. That's some pretty exciting stuff. You can actually deploy, patch 25 of these gold images in this example, and distribute it out to your entire user base. So let's see how that works. So real quickly here at a high level, we're going to have these images here at site A here, right, in New York, what we're saying, and the patch is updated. Automatically, when you tell it, let's do a global change, it will send out that patch information to all of your sites. Represented here is California. It's going to send out all of that stuff, all of those images out here to patch in these images. So does it send, let's say your image is 5 gigabytes in size, does it send the entire 5 gigabyte file? Absolutely not. It just sends the deltas. So whatever the change was, the patch that occurred here when you applied it in New York, whatever that change is, a gig or 100K, whatever the change is, it packages that change up and then sends that change out to all of the sites throughout your network. Now that is very exciting, that we can patch all of our systems quick, easy. Imagine now the cost savings in labor hours. Imagine the cost savings and simplicity in managing your users. Imagine how now you can manage bug fixes and pull back a rollout of a patch. Easy and simple throughout your entire organization. Imagine now that you don't have to have application patching software distribution tools. Now you're in a thin computing environment. You solidify in on the number of gold images, unique images that you're going to have in your environment, and now you can deploy everywhere. This is some pretty exciting stuff. This is patch management for thin computing. Again, just real quick before we leave, you apply the patch here in New York to your unique images. In this example, it says 150 unique images. You apply the patch, whatever the delta is, not the original size of those 150 images, but whatever the amount of data that was patched or changed, that gets distributed out to your sites and updated at all of your sites at all at the same time. You will literally be able to serve thousands and thousands of users with very simple work in the back area. That is patch management for thin computing. Hope you enjoyed our time today. Please check out other episodes on DIS TV.